Hey, my name is Tatiana. Can you hear me? No? Alright, I'll come closer. So my name is Tatiana. I used to live in Providence, but now I live in Rio, in Brazil. And in my neighborhood, like, cops kill black folks, like, on the regular, you know? So this is like an international problem, not just a US problem, right? Even when we think about like what's going on in Mexico, where like the police disappeared 43 students who were protesting because they wanted better funding for their schools, right? So this is an international problem and it's a police problem, right? So I wanted to make that clear. There's a couple other things I wanted to talk about. One is, there was a quote read about law and order and the police, right? And I think law, like, the police does exist to maintain law and order, right? But like, what kind of law and order is that, right? What kind of society do we live in? We live in a society with incredibly high unemployment, with like, where cops kill black folks, right? We live in a society where in Detroit, they shut down the water, and people, like old people are walking around with buckets. And it's not because there's a drought, it's because they want more money, right? Because the rich class wants more money. And what does the police exist for? The police exist so that we can accept that law and order and that reality peacefully, right? And I think that that's wrong. And that puts me at odds with the police always, at every moment, right? So I think, this goes beyond just, we can ask like, cops, stop killing black folks. Obvious, right? Cops, when you do kill black folks, you should go to prison. Correct, right? But when we say Black Lives Matter, it means a lot more than just that, right? It means we need to be fighting for a $15 at least minimum wage, right? It means that when the Walmart workers are on strike on Black Friday, we need to be there with them. It means when fast food workers are on strike, we need to be there with them. That's what it means when we say Black Lives Matter. And I want to say a little bit also about this idea of like young people and the situation like Jesse Jackson. I think that, yeah, young people are totally leading the struggle and they should be, but it's not because they're young, it's because Jesse Jackson is wrong. It is the wrong strategy. He thinks that we can vote our way out of this mess, and we cannot, right? One leader in this racist, capitalist government is not going to bring this down. What we need to do is unite with, teachers who are fighting for better education for their students, right? We need to unite with Walmart workers, fast food workers who are fighting for a better minimum wage, right? Because not buying at Walmart is not going to help those folks who are working at Walmart and getting minimum wage and can't feed their children. It's not going to help those folks who are working in sweatshops who are making all of the products that we have at Walmart, right? So not buying there, I think, sure, don't buy there. But I actually don't think that's a long-term solution. I think the long-term solution is uniting with workers to, to take from the government, because they won't give it to us, right? To take from the government the most that they can possibly give us, right? To fight for as much as they will give us, and then eventually to take power to bring